Right, everyone, there are some good people out there, and one of them is Rene Gessenberg. I'm not sure 100%. Also, Clown and Sheets and a few others helped me because the other day I put up something saying, come on, guys, let's get together. There's this really expensive academic book. It is, people mistook it for an antique book. Academic book, guys, are basically books written by universities and university publishers. This is called Routledge, and Routledge published this one, and they're usually in the hundreds of pounds, 100, 150, 200 pounds. There's a few I want, which I could blow 3,000, 4,000 pounds just on academic books alone. So I have to end up travelling to Manchester to read them because they're in libraries. But here it is, guys. The first European description of Japan, 1585, a critical English language edition of striking contrasts, I'll explain that in a minute, in the customs of Europe and Japan by Louis Frau, I think, Fraus, S.J. Translated from the Portuguese original and edited and annotated by Richard K. Danford, Robin D. Gill and Daniel T. Reff, with critical introduction by Daniel. My dog's going mad. So, the reason it says striking contrast is because it's basically translated as tip-to-turvy world, like things that are changed, things that are different. So I've just opened it at a random page, number 35A. We, the Europeans, wear leather shoes, and in the case of our nobles, shoes made of felt. Japanese of all classes wear sandals made of rice straw. It doesn't matter what class you are, you wear rice straw. So let's have a little bit there. Number 42. In Europe, all of our cloth is cut with scissors. In Japan, everything is cut with a knife. So these, and what it does, it gives you just the sentence, but then it gives you the academic explanation underneath why, what they use, the types of knives they use, you know, all this, all the fans. So, for example, in Europe, it would be considered effeminate for a man to carry and use a fan. In Japan, a man always carries a fan in his belt, and he would otherwise be base and wretched. And it talks about here, if you ever blah blah blah, fanning in Japan, fans are common in Japan, etc., etc. Fan dancing, it goes through. Now the reason for this, that's why all samurai, this type of information is brilliant, because all you samurai enthusiasts out there, now not my students have been doing this for years, but all you guys who do Katori Shintoryu, Yagyu Shintoryu, should have a fan in your belt. In your hobby should be a fan at all times. It's considered you are without. If you don't have a wakizashi or tanto, small blade, and a fan in your belt, you are considered undressed. Your katana can come in and out, it can be put places, it can be stored places, etc., etc. But unless you have a wakizashi and a fan, you are not correctly dressed. So that is why I make sure my Natoryu students do. So, and then because Rene was so good, he gave me more than the amount, £80 more. I've ordered two of these. The other one's in the post, which this one came in a day. The other one might take 3 months, I don't know. But it is The History of Japan, giving an account of the ancient and present state and government of that empire, of its temples, palaces, castles and other buildings, written in High Dutch by Elgul Kampfer and translated, blah blah blah. But there is a slight problem with this book. I didn't realise it's a facsimile of the original, which is quite annoying. So it is in probably 1700s. I'll double check, I can't remember offhand, but it's so you can see the old spelling, Osaka, like that, Osaka. And having, you would say that is stayed, but it's actually fade, but it's stayed, because F used to be S in medieval times, and the V changes. That's why Welsh spelling is all over the place, because it's got F's and V's where it used to have F's and S's and V's. So having stayed about an hour and a half in our inn in Kobura, and succinctly, I don't know, it's a double F's in it, refreshed ourselves with Japanese victuals, we left that city, attended by the two above-mentioned gentlemen of the Prince of Kokura's, maybe Kamakura's court. We went, so basically it goes through, and this is volume 2, so the amount of pages that there are in full, let me just get, so it is a facsimile, and there's all the original hiragana he puts in it from the Edo period. You've got some of the plants and everything. Again, guys, these are academic books. This is why when people say to me, they say, Anthony, you don't know what you're talking about, you got it wrong. You're like, well, I'm the one reading the Old English, and I, you know, well, not quite Old English, but middle to modern English, and trying to find of people who have been studying around Japan etc., etc. But it goes up to, well, that's appendices, so 600 pages on his travels in Japan, and we'll get the date up in the future. So guys, thank you, sorry, it's not on the screen. Thank you very, very much to that Renee, Clarence Sheets, and the others. A couple of people in it, but I used Renee's 100% for these books, and the other guys have gone into the funds, to pay, which is going to be, I hope, a ticket for me to get to America to do a seminar. Well, I need your funds to do the seminar. I'm then going to go to the seminar. If we make enough money, I'll get my funds back, and then I'll buy something else with it. But if we don't, at least it's covered it, and we get a seminar, some videos. You guys will then get the videos from the seminar. I'll do multiple videos. We'll stay an extra day and do as many little Natori Ryu lesson plans as we can. If you want to join Natori Ryu, just go to Natori Ryu Hub on Facebook, and we give you out weekly lessons. You get your weekly lessons done, sent to you by email, and you have to do them on the hub and show everyone what you're doing. It could be drawing swords, it could be writing Japanese, it can be finding stars. It's all there. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Get yourself a copy of the Tolkien, the Book of Ninja, the Book of Bushido, all of that sort of stuff, and I look forward to seeing you, or I look forward to giving you lots of this stuff throughout the year. And that, Renee, in there. Oh, by the way, his name is in there as well. The name is in there saying donated by, and the other people, and by the way, everybody who donates, their name goes in my next book on the front, on the thank you page. You know, all the names on the thank you page there, so you'll all be in my book, those who've donated. Rock on, Tommy.